Welcome to today's tutorial of how to become a guitar teacher. And today I'm going to be teaching my friend Jason, who still hasn't arrived here yet. He was supposed to be here about 25 minutes ago. Oh. Step one, Jason, don't be late.
Hey, I'm so sorry, man.
Please put this on. Well, Jason, let me ask you this first. What do you hope to accomplish as a guitar teacher?
Well, I just want to practice all day. I want to work on techniques all day and just study music theory, nail it, and so I can be the best teacher I can be and do what I love every day.
Excellent. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. Because the moment you start thinking about yourself and not the student, you lose. So how do you suppose to be a selfless guitar teacher, Jason?
By doing everything the children and the adults want me to do for them.
There's many books you could read, dude, but guess what? Books don't matter. Knowledge doesn't matter.
Okay, well, what is being a good guitar teacher all about?
So say someone comes up to you with a problem in life, and they're asking, Jason, I really trust you to give me the best advice to solve this particular problem. You'd feel very responsible, wouldn't you? Well, Jason, I'm about to pass this on to you, but this is the 10 commandments of being a good guitar teacher. I'm going to start with the first one. Know thy student and their needs and their goals. When a student comes up to you, you have to be able to identify a goal, identify a vision. They have to have some point of reference of what would they like to accomplish on the instrument. Do they want to be a guitar virtuoso like Steve Vai, or do they want to be able to play simple Beatles songs on the beach? Everybody has their own unique goal, and so the sooner you're able to identify that, the sooner you're able to help them and start encouraging them in the right direction. If you noticed, I used reverse psychology on you earlier, and I asked you what your goal was. It was like social jujitsu. Step 2 is to learn to listen. The thing is that as guitar teachers, your primary job is to listen to your student all the time. Not just their guitar playing, but listening with your body language, paying attention, seeing what interests them, because not every student has the confidence to tell you what they don't like and what they do like sometimes. It's just the way it is. So you have to be very attentive in being able to read when they're excited about something and when they're not. Are you listening, Jason? 3 is everyone has a different learning method. Whereas some people might be really intellectual in their head and they want a bunch of chord charts and scales and diagrams and things like that, some students might do much better learning just improvising and going by sound and hearing how different chords interact with each other. And so these are things you kind of have to get to know as you get to know your guitar student. Commandment number 4 is that everyone has unique gifts, and that's kind of a riff off the third one. Some students you'll find have much more natural skill or inclination towards the instrument than other ones. And that could just be a result of maybe their hands just seem to really form the chord shapes easily, or maybe some people can hear the music and play it on their instrument. But the thing is if you're able to identify those unique gifts and cultivate them, then that is all the more helpful as your guitar teacher role. Commandment number 5 is the most heartbreaking one, Jason, is that some students just won't practice. No matter how many times you ask them or beg with them or plead, or how many little Three Musketeers bars that you bring to the practice room, you just can't motivate them. And that's the unfortunate fact of life, is that some people think that sports is more important than music. Number 6 is to be patient. To be very patient, Jason. Take off the watch, Jason. Stop looking at the watch, Jason. Be present. Jason, this is not helping you anymore. Commandment number 7 is keep their interest. You better be pretty entertaining. You better make some jokes, or else their attention span is going to be thinking about the cartoon they're going to watch, or the dinner they're going to eat later that night. You have to hold their attention and their attention only for that 30-minute session that you're with them. Commandment number 8 is to be encouraging. Now, if it wasn't for some music teachers in my life, earlier in my life, who gave me very kind words of encouragement, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. People have no idea the impact that their words have on a student. So you really have to think of yourself as kind of a guru, kind of like a guru on top of a mountain, passing down knowledge, because that's the impact that you have on some of these kids' lives, just like my teacher had on me. So be careful and use your words responsibly. Commandment number 9. Well, Jason, now we're going to get practical. Now here's the importance of regimen, the importance of developing a plan of action for your students. So the first thing is to identify a goal. Basically what you would do is say it's to learn say it's to learn a song. Thank you, Bowie, for that lovely interjection. So let's say, for example, that our hypothetical student, wants to learn an easy Beatles song. That's the goal they've set. Maybe the song only uses like 4 chords. And so our regimen that we would build around that, for example, is like, so if our goal is to learn the easy Beatles song with the chords, first thing we do is learn the chords. We would give them exercises on how to change between the chords, how to make that easier. That's a big hurdle that a lot of beginners have to get over. The third one is scheduling, of making practice a regular part of your daily life, trying to motivate them to keep track, which is the 4th thing, of their daily progress, and keeping a little log. I used to print little practice log sheets and have them log how much time did you spend practicing this week. And it makes really apparent who makes it up and who doesn't. And commandment number 10, and the most important one, Jason, more important than any of that, is to be their friend. Be their friend. Ask them about their life. What's going on? What movie did they just see? These things are very important to establishing a meaningful relationship and friendship with your clientele. And they won't be your clientele anymore, they'll be your best friends. Do you understand?
Okay.
Well, now, let's go on, just get out of here. Dump it in, Jason.
You got it.
There he goes. Till next time.